Hi moms and welcome back. So, as you may notice, I actually have the same shirt on that I had on for my last video, but that's okay. It's because it's all the same day. But I have this really simple recipe that I wanted to share with you guys, and so here it is. Today I am going to make lobster rolls, which are so amazing. If you like lobster, if you love seafood, then this is definitely a recipe that you can do in like maybe a total of 20 minutes or so. So first you need to have some lobster. You can either buy it boiled already or you can buy it fresh and then boil it. We actually found a great deal on some lobster that was already cooked, and so it's already boiled. So you pull out the meat, of course. You're gonna chop it up like so. And if you're anything like me, I actually like it pretty chunky because then I know that I'm biting into like some really delicious chunks of lobster meat. I love seafood. My husband really enjoys it. And so I like to make sure that I'm getting nice bites. So you just cut it like this, very easy. And once you get all of that lobster cut up, you can make it as big or small as you want, but you definitely want some bite size. After you do that, then you get on to making the mixture, which is also super easy. So, now that we have all of our lobster chopped up, which I'm going to try to. You guys, that is so good. It's so sweet and so tender. It's perfect. Okay, so once you have that done, you only need a few ingredients, and I do mean like a total of 6 ingredients. Super simple. You need some fresh dill, and you're gonna cut it up like that, like just roughly chop it. And it's actually been sitting out for a little bit, so they're not very like, I don't know what the word is. They're not really like vibrant and standing. But you just chop it. You don't need any special knife skills to do this. And you're gonna take it and you are going to put it in the bowl just like that. Very easy, very, very easy. I'm gonna add the rest of that in there in a second. But I wanted to point out something. When you have green onions or dill like this, you can actually, when you get to this point, you can cut that part right there, and you can cut a little bit of the bottom, very tiny slit, and then you just put it in some water like that. Now, in a few days, in about a week or so, it's gonna have roots that begin to grow. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna then plant it and in just regular potting soil, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're gonna have some fresh dill. It's super easy to regrow it, and you can do that every single time. So you don't have to be constantly going to the store and getting fresh green onions or fresh green dill. You can literally do that, put in some water, then plant it, and then you'll have both at any time that you need it. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of the lobster meat in my bowl. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I cannot wait. Put it in the bowl, it's really easy, again. And then I am going to, I don't want to miss like a piece. I'm gonna wipe, it's okay. Wipe this off.
That's how you do it.
We're gonna, yep, that's how you do it. Gonna get my lemon roll it before you cut it because it releases the juices and then it's easier for you to squeeze. Slice it, squeeze it right into the bowl, just like that, a juice of a whole lemon. And now the next one, and then we're gonna get our salt, which I like to use kosher salt. So I'll use some kosher salt, fresh cracked pepper, because that just, the flavors are a little bit more intense when you do that. And you do it all to taste, but for lobster rolls, you want the flavors to be simple. You don't want them to overpower because you want to taste the lobster. So there we go. A few pinches of salt. Just like that. I'll do another pinch. All right. Then a little bit of paprika. And I just really like eyeball this, but again, you can taste it as you go. And then we are going to add, which now nobody can use this mayonnaise because I'm using the same spoon that I did with the lobster. Our kids are allergic to shellfish, so this is all for myself and my husband. So you add some mayonnaise and then you mix it. That, my friends, is all there is to it. And I promise it's going to be so delicious. There are some recipes out there that include finely chopped celery. I honestly don't want celery to overpower or take over my lobster roll. So I am not going to add celery. I just don't want to. Okay, so we'll put that over here. And I am going to taste. So good. But I'm gonna add some more lemon. Make sure that when you add your mayonnaise that you're actually putting in a little bit at a time, because you don't want it to be mayonnaisey. If that's even a word. It's funny. All right, there's the lemon juice. I'm gonna stir it again. And so then all you're gonna do is you're gonna get yourself a really nice, like soft, fresh bread. You're gonna butter the bread on the sides, inside and out. And you're gonna put it on a pan and let it toast nicely. And then you're gonna pile the lobster meat on there. And you have yourself a lobster roll. If you tried this recipe, let me know in the comments below how it turned out, how you loved it, how easy it was. And I will be back at another time to give you another recipe. So like, follow me on Instagram, comment, hit the notification button, share with your mom friends and your other friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye.